President Trump and I both won here in November. It might not seem like it, but plenty of places like this still exist across the United States. Places where people believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should do well and your kids should do better. It reminds me of how I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Republican, my mom a lifelong Democrat. But it was never a big deal because we had shared values that were bigger than any one party. We just went through another fraught election season.
Wait, you guys are the ones who did that.
Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change. But there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way.
Thank you.
And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country.
It's not.
And as a democracy. So that's what I'm going to lay out tonight. Because whether you're from Wyandotte or Wichita, most Americans share three core beliefs. That the middle class is the engine of our country, that strong national security protects us from harm, and that our democracy, no matter how messy, is unparalleled and worth fighting for. Let's start with the economy.
What?
Michigan literally invented the middle class, the revolutionary idea that you could work at an auto plant and afford the car you were building. That's the American dream. And in order to expand and protect the middle class, we have to do a few basic things. We need to bring down the price of things we spend the most money on: groceries, housing, healthcare. We need to make more things in America with good-paying union jobs and bring our supply chains back home from places like China. We need to give American businesses the certainty they need to invest and create the jobs of the future. And we need a tax system that's fair for people who don't happen to make $1 billion. Look, the president talked a big game on the economy, but it's always important to read the fine print. Do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire
So we should
friends.
do what we did the last 4 years.
He's on the hunt to find trillions of dollars to pass along to the wealthiest in America. And to do that, he's going to make you pay in every part of your life. Grocery and home prices are going up, not down. And he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber, and cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing and farmers. Your premiums and prescriptions will cost more because the math on his proposals doesn't work without going after your health care. Meanwhile, for those keeping score, the national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful, he could walk us right into a recession.
Oh, yeah?
And one more thing. In order to pay for his plan, he could very well come after your retirement. The Social Security, Medicare, and VA benefits you worked your whole life to earn. The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
It is?
While we're on the subject of Elon Musk, is there anyone in America who is comfortable with him and his gang of 20-year-olds using their own computer servers to poke through your tax returns, your health information, and your bank accounts? No oversight, no protections against cyber attack, no guardrails on what they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe. The mindless firing of people who work to protect our nuclear weapons, keep our planes from crashing, and conduct the research that finds the cure for cancer, only to rehire them 2 days later. No CEO in America could do that without being summarily fired.
It was really good in the last 4 years.
So
I forgot about how good it was.
Economic security. How about national security? Let's start with the border. As someone who spent my whole career protecting our homeland, every country deserves to know who and what is coming across its border. Democrats and Republicans should all be for that. But securing the border without actually fixing our broken immigration system is dealing with the symptom and not the disease. America is a nation of immigrants. We need a functional system keyed to the needs of our economy that allows vetted people to come and work here legally.
We need people to mow our lawns.
So I look forward to the president's plan on that.
And pick our crops.
Because here's the thing. Today's world is deeply interconnected. Migration, cyber threats, AI, environmental destruction, terrorism. One nation cannot face these issues alone. We need friends in all corners, and our safety depends on it. President Trump loves to say peace through strength. That's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
After the spectacle that just took place in the Oval Office last week, Reagan must be rolling in his grave.
Yeah, because there were no new wars under Biden.
Ukraine. But Reagan understood
that didn't
true
happen during
strength
Biden.
required America to combine our military and economic might with moral clarity. And that scene in the Oval Office wasn't just a bad episode of reality TV. It summed up Trump's whole approach to the world.
Yeah, America
first. He believes in cozying up to dictators like Vladimir Putin and kicking our friends like the Canadians in the teeth.
Wait, what?
He sees American leadership as merely a series of real estate transactions. As a Cold War kid,
we should just give them money
Reagan
for free.
And not Trump in office in the 1980s. Trump would
unlimited
have lost
money
us the
for
Cold
Ukraine
War.
for free.
Donald Trump's actions suggest that in his heart, he doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with the majority
We need
of
USA
Americans who believe we are still exceptional.
We need to meddle with other people's shit.
And I would rather have American leadership over Chinese or Russian leadership any day of the week. Because for generations, America has
because if
offered
someone's
something
going to fuck
better.
around, it should be us,
our
right?
Security and our prosperity, yes. But our democracy, our very system of government, has been the aspiration of the world. And right now, it's at risk. It's at risk when the president decides you can pick and choose what rules you want to follow, when he ignores court orders and the Constitution itself, or when elected leaders stand by and just let it happen.
Yeah, he should have just pardoned himself, like how Biden pardoned his
against
kid.
each other. When he demonizes those who are different
huge mistake.
and tells certain people they shouldn't be included.
True.
Because America is not just a patch of land between two oceans. We are more than that.
Yeah.
Generations have fought and died to secure the fundamental rights that define us. Those rights and the fight for them make us who we are.
Like not
We're
the
a nation
2A.
of strivers, risk takers,
Not freedom of
innovators,
speech.
and
True.
we are never satisfied. That is America's superpower.
Yeah.
And look, I've lived and worked in many countries. I've seen democracies flicker out. I've seen what life is like when a government is rigged. You can't open a business without paying off a corrupt official. You can't criticize the guys in charge without getting a knock at the door in the middle of the night. So as much as we need to make our government more responsive to our lives today, don't for one moment fool yourself that democracy isn't precious and worth saving.
Yeah, we should.
But how do we actually do that?
We should raid people
I know a lot
at
of you
their
have been
houses
asking
at
that
night.
question. Don't
We
tune
kill
out.
orders.
It's easy to be exhausted.
Yeah.
But America needs you now more than ever.
Yeah.
If previous generations had not fought for this democracy, where would we be today?
Obviously.
Hold your elected officials, including me,
Show
accountable.
up, raid people at night.
Watch how they're voting.
While they're asleep.
Go to town halls and demand they take action. That's as American as apple pie. Organize. Pick just one issue you're passionate about and engage. And doom scrolling doesn't count. Join a group that cares about your issue and act. And if you can't find one, start one. Some
like
of
a
the
Discord
most important
or Reddit.
movements in our history have come
Subreddit.
from the bottle up. In closing, we all know that our country is going through something right now.
Yeah.
We're not sure what the next day is going to hold, let alone
Yeah, it wasn't
the
the
next
Democrats'
decade.
fault at all, no.
But this isn't the first time we've experienced significant and tumultuous change as a country. I'm a student of history.
Me too.
And we've gone through periods of political instability before.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we've chosen to keep changing this country for the better.
Yeah.
But every single time, we've only gotten through those moments because of two things: engaged
Gay
citizens
Sesame Street
and principled leaders.
And transgender
Engaged
place
citizens
overseas.
who do a little bit more than they're used to doing to fight for the things that they care about.
Condom vending
And
machines at
principled
school.
leaders who are ready to receive the ball and do something about it. So thank you tonight for caring about your country. Just by watching,
You're
you
welcome.
qualify as engaged citizens. And I promise that I and my fellow Democrats will do everything in our power to be the principled
Sweet.
leaders that you deserve.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, you were just listening there to Michigan Democratic Senator there.
Yeah, I agree with everything she said. Landry says, I voted for Obama, but this type of gaslighting is why I won't vote blue again. I mean, a lot of people, that's why they're losing. And really, like, I'm gonna be real, like, just keep doubling down, honestly. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I'm fine with just winning, like, over and over again. Like, they could just keep doing it. The problem is these people, they don't, and guys, I have a lot of friends who are Democrat. I have friends who are liberals, okay? And a lot of my liberal friends don't like this shit. They don't like this shit. And they know that this is the reason why they're losing, but they just keep doing it. They just can't help themselves. They're like, they're too racist. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They're too racist and they're too crazy. They should just keep doing it, honestly. Just all the way to the ground, just keep doing it. Yeah, they should just keep doing it. Like, I mean, just go all the way. Just go all the way and just like, you know, if they're gonna keep playing this game and they're just gonna keep doubling down on like this bullshit, that I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I saw something earlier where. I don't remember exactly who it is. I probably could look it up, but there was an interview with I think it was a House representative, or might have been a senator on the Democrat side, and they basically said that the problem isn't our idea. The problem is the messaging. And it's like, bro, like they're just gonna keep doing it. They can't stop. They're like, can't stop, won't stop. You know, they just can't. They can't. And really, like, really, this is a bad thing. Like in total. Like I know I'm like memeing. I'm memeing and I'm like laughing about it. Thank you for the bits, Mika and Pachi. Thanks for the follows, you guys. I know I'm memeing. I'm laughing at it, but this is honestly like a really bad thing. Like it's bad because it's like it's just eliminating like any sort of competition that could possibly make things better. It's just epic. It's like epic levels of fail. And I'd rather have like both parties be like kind of closer to each other so that we don't have like these cases of just extreme swings. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to have like one president is in power and he's like completely like as far on the other side as possible, and then you flip it and then it's the other way around and we just play this game like over and over again. It's really annoying. I kind of wish things were a little bit closer, but at the same time, I mean, it wasn't really working either, right? Like we had a bunch of presidents that didn't really like care that much about the average person, and you know, the government was just gaining so much power. There was a lot of power being lost in the hands of like the actual people that are being voted in, and a lot of the bureaucracy was growing. So I mean, it's kind of a good thing that it's getting reset. And you know, you have Doge looking into a lot of the government spending, a lot of like the misuse of government funds. And I mean, this is important. I don't understand like why this is an issue of like contention, because I feel like everyone should be able to get on board not wanting the government to spend our money unwisely. I mean, I feel like everyone should be able to get on board that. I don't get it. If they're wasting our money, then like fuck them. You know what I mean? Like we should manage our money better. Guys, bring that American monarchy. And Zuby says, as someone who's neither Democrat or Republican, I find myself being pushed further right whenever I see Democrats actively celebrating people dying. Yeah, and this is bad when it happens on both sides, right? This is bad. And obviously, I mean, I say that it's bad on both sides, but I mean, like, let's be real. Like, a lot of it is coming from one side, right? And again, like, I'm not saying this is all liberals. Like, obviously, I have friends who are liberals that think this is awful. So, like, I see Patchouli in chat. I'm pretty sure she's not for celebrating people getting shot. And I just think it's bad, like, all around, no matter who does it. Extremist liberals took over. Yeah, dude, this is all Tumblr's fault. I talked about this in another video. This is all Tumblr's fault. That's it's all Tumblr's fault. I saw this happening, man. I saw this happening on Tumblr. But I mean, it's kind of good, honestly, that I mean, hopefully eventually that ideology burns out and we can kind of get back to something a little bit more normal. But for now, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying the salt mines right now, and just the culling of like all of the government waste. Like I'm really enjoying that. Patchouli says it's all over Twitter. People throw a party anytime a Republican politician dies. It's true. And I mean, I said the same. I say the same thing if like a Democrat person dies. I don't think that's good either. I don't think it's good to be like good riddance. Like ha ha ha. Like I don't like that either. Am I tired of winning yet? Nah. No, as long as they're gonna keep playing that game, then I'm fine with winning all the way, you know? There are a couple things I'm worried about. I'll probably make a video on it sometime. I've actually been meaning to make that video for a month now, but I've been dealing with some stuff, to be honest. But I am worried about like the pendulum swinging too far. I'm not a fan of that either. So